man, these people.
No, sing it.
Took my kids from me. Then they froze my bank accounts. Testing 1, 2.
I just realized what you're singing.
I got so much. I don't know what song. Is.
That's the
Oh,
that's the little like musical thing going on, or while he's singing that part.
It's Wednesday, the
What's up, y'all?
24th of September. Now you're kind of off screen, buddy. AD 2025. It's Punchie TV, episode 57. Hello, everybody.
How's it going, y'all? How's it going?
Bill should be
Welcome.
here. He's late and black because this guy was on time.
Yeah.
Very unusual.
That's it. Black people can't both be on time. 2 black people can't be on time. One's got to be off.
And we will be accepting your calls. 888-775-3773. That is 888-77-Jesse. And we'll read your super chats if you so please. Particularly the ones on YouTube primarily. But we're going to try to watch Rumble and everywhere else. D Live. Wherever else you can super chat.
That's it. Let's get some interesting calls too.
We won't look as closely, but I'll try to check the Buy Me a Coffee, all right? FYI. The views expressed on this show do not represent those of the individual hosts. We don't even represent ourselves.
That's true.
Or JLP or Bond, but we'll try to, we try to do a good job.
That's it. I represent a higher power.
But there is no try, so we do a horrible job. Now, I want to, let's dive right in since we only have an hour.
May I though?
Yeah,
That's
go
it.
ahead.
You said they're buying coffees on is it the JLP one?
Yeah, the JLP Talk, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk.
Loud and clear.
So if you so please, you're welcome to, right? 'Cause might as well.
Come on.
But anyway, we are monetized on the YouTube, so it's nice and convenient and it's fun
That's right.
for the live chat people to see your thing. I'm a jigger, which is to say super chat. Now, Derrick, the black producer, is producing this episode.
Nice.
Kind of.
Yeah,
And
nice.
the first order of the news, which we hardly really mentioned on any of our shows, I believe, on the JLP network today, is that, correct me if I'm wrong, Anchor Baby, but Google admitted that the Biden administration, according to them, pressured YouTube to censor America.
I hadn't even heard about this.
Oh, you hadn't?
No.
Whoa.
I mean, I checked out the packet before this here,
Yeah.
and but even just hearing you say that, I don't think I really.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know how much of this I buy. It kind of seems like passing the buck because YouTube seemed all too eager to be censoring us prior to Biden. Okay. But the Washington Examiner is reporting, and there is a little new YouTube news clip from it. Google has indicated they're testifying before Do Nothing Congress. Google has indicated that they plan to restore YouTube content creators banned for violating the platform's past political speech policies. I'll believe it when Free Domain Radio is back. Stefan Molyneux. I mean, he is kind of back, but it's on like a secondary little piddly channel. Stefan Molyneux, very huge, million subscribers.
That's right.
They banned him not for political speech, but for alleged racism or something dumb like that. The House Judiciary Committee announced this on Tuesday. Yesterday, it was all over X, and I'm glad that Derrick grabbed this article.
This is interesting.
Check it out.
Shall we?
It's a little new. It's a little boring Washington Examiner news report.
Yeah,
We're
for the
gonna
grown
hear-
people.
Shout out.
We're gonna hear xylophones,
Boomers.
I imagine. We're gonna hear marimbas and xylophones.
Yeah.
Maybe you could rap in the background, make it
Sorry,
more
I'm
interesting.
trying to get to it. Hold on. I can't see my mouse. Here we go.
Yeah.
One more thing we gotta do. Hold on.
Unmute.
What a mess. Go
We're
ahead.
boomers over here. Still boomers.
I
Nice.
still didn't do it right.
Endless boomerism.
Endless boomerism.
Look at that.
Here we go. Bill, what am I doing wrong here? What am
I basically
What am I
reported
not
the thing.
understanding here?
Google vows to restore YouTube content creators.
The House.
Oh, there we go.
This includes Bill Lockwood, actually. Bill Lockwood was censored for, and the type of speech was China virus, and which is the vax and all kinds of stuff related to the China virus, which is before the Biden administration, honestly. And then the election, which is before the Biden administration came in, really. But after Trump lost, which I believe he lost for the sake of all channels, and I don't really know or care. But, you know, when you questioned the election integrity, you got a strike or whatever. It happened even to me when I wasn't even saying anything.
Yeah. That's right.
I didn't even make any claims, and they gave me a strike. So anyway, here it is.
Nice.
I think
Maybe you could come back.
I didn't get banned, but
The House Judiciary Committee says Google plans to restore YouTube content creators who were banned for violating the platform's past political speech policies. Under the Biden administration, Google targeted politically divisive topics such as the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2020 presidential election. A lawyer for Google's parent company admitted the Biden administration exerted its executive authority, pressuring the tech company to censor people and remove certain content in a new letter to Representative Jim Jordan, chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. The lawyer called the Biden White House's censorship pressure, quote, unacceptable and wrong. Google's statement came as a result of Jordan's March 6 subpoena to Google as part of his investigation into the company. In the letter, Google committed itself to protecting free expression and applying its community guidelines and terms of service, quote, equally to all users. The company has since overhauled its policies targeting political speech. Among the top conservative figures who were removed from YouTube are now Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino and former Trump strategist Steve Bannon.
There it
your
is.
parts. That's your music.
I was waiting for that. I was like,
Look at the ice boats. Or
this is the news. This is the news. Sorry.
Funny dance.
Yeah.
you know what this reeks of?
What?
I have a lot to say about this. Well,
Go for it.
strong feelings about this.
Yeah.
It reeks of Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, whom I jokingly have called based before.
Loosely.
Remember, he was on like a competitor's podcast, blaming the Biden administration and the government for Facebook cracking down on stuff.
I'm remembering that a little bit.
Like they censored the Hunter Biden laptop thingamajigger, and they said, "Oh well, FBI did warn us and about this or that." They're liberals themselves, and it's not that Zuckerberg or these other major top people who own the platforms are that extreme. They may be, but the people who work for them, off the deep end liberal, and they're the ones censoring everybody.
So it's a little bit rich to maybe feign like
They're passing the buck to the previous administration so as not to catch the heat on themselves.
which I think it would be fair to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's not Zucker, okay, I'm following you. If it's not Zucker, it's the employees,
Right.
and there's some level where they were
It's a
complicit.
culture of
culture.
liberalism, which is to say communism.
Yeah, this is quite. I find this actually pretty significant in the news concerning just the topic itself. It's not like, wow, thank you, YouTube. Like, besides being able to be here on this channel, it's just it's not like they're saving us or anything. I think it's what it speaks to is the changing culture, if that's happening at all. And so that's why I find it significant because I mean this really was a thing for years. At least since I started here and all that, we're talking about very general conservative things being shadow banned, demonetized.
Right.
It's been a pretty tough. And another thing, you guys go, the politicians not speaking on it. So, yeah, I'm not saying the GOP is amazing, but look, they're out here saying we're using the House Judiciary and we're telling you this is wrong.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
And this is Jim Jordan, and I don't like or trust Jim Jordan. I like him, but I don't trust him. He's just another conservative in the do-nothing conservative who talks big and has these hearings. So it doesn't mean or do anything really for me to hear that the judiciary is doing this. It's just saying something that the New York Times said that they were already kind of quietly loosening it up. And I think it's because the culture has shifted, swung temporarily because Trump won.
Fair enough.
So with the Trump in office, there's like a little bit more of a loosen things up, actual free speech push. And it's so rich because there's these phonies who are talking about, oh, Jimmy Kimmel censored by the government when the whole culture has been censoring the right, not the other way around. So they get like a teeny tiny bit of
Yes.
a punishment for him lying and being vicious. And I don't know if he knowingly lied, but he repeated a lie.
He did.
That it was a MAGA shooter who got Charlie Kirk.
What's particular too is them getting this punishment too. If it has a flavor to it that's very much like what has been happening to conservatives as well. As in, like, it wasn't Trump that got Kimmel. It really was kind of like the public. You know, they say that when a conservative gets a
the right wing mob.
the
got
mob. When they say that when it happens to a right winger, it's like, hey, you know, this is a private company.
Yeah,
they're allowed to do what they want. I find that essentially this happened here too with Kimmel, and so they don't really get to complain about that either. It's really the public.
That's right.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys about that. How do you guys feel about this news and the Jimmy Kimmel situation? Do you guys feel like, do you guys even care that it happened to Jimmy Kimmel, the show getting taken off the air for a temporary?
I don't care much because I never really cared or watched about him.
Yeah.
I have always kind of known that he's nasty and crying for this against the Second Amendment before. And so just in general, I knew he was a liberal puppet.
Yeah.
I was glad when he got kicked off. I agreed with Trump that it's good for America.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad for him, I guess, and for his employees that he's back. Although it was irritating to see that he continued to lie, but of course he's going to continue to lie.
Yeah. So
he's pretending that he's for free speech and all these phonies. But they can go on living in their phony world because that's what that whole culture is about. It's not like he's going to be replaced by somebody worse when he gets old.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I guess I could elaborate more for you when you answer. So how do you feel about the FCC kind of getting involved with?
They did?
They did a veiled threat, is
What
what
did
I
the
heard.
FCC
And I don't know
do?
if that's true or not.
Is that the Brandon Carr thing?
Yeah, Brendan Carr.
Okay, Brendan
and
Carr.
I don't know. Maybe he had something that spooked Nexstar and Sinclair,
which are
the companies that said, "Oh, we're not going to air his stuff because this is like he's saying all this stuff in areas of the country where our ABC viewers who might catch his show, they're going to be very offended by this. So we're not going to show this." I mean, that's the story that I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, Disney offered him a chance to apologize, and he doubled down, according to the Hollywood Reporter. So I kind of take those both to be true, but I'm not sure.
Nice.
I just took it as, look, when I heard of this, that's what everybody's saying about it. It's just wrong. The president, you should be allowed to speak. Political satire should be allowed. I'm like, let me just hear what he said, right? Let me just watch it. Then I watch it. I'm like, okay, this guy's lying. This is not political satire. This is not. This is just a full on lie. And then I see the news, and it's like, so his employers went after him.
That's right. When I read the mainstream coverage, nobody admits that he said something that's absolutely not true.
Like, it's a full on lie, and so call it liability. It made total business sense. Like, you didn't have to take it anywhere they took it.
Yeah.
So, because I don't know what you're about to bring up, but if this is like a going after political enemies with the government, that didn't even happen.
This is the worst, because this is a obvious lie, as opposed to like what the conservatives did with the China virus, the vax, and the election denial.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those things are questionable. Like, we don't know what the truth is. But this thing, we know that he wasn't a Nick Fuentes radicalized guy.
But it's just like nasty slander because of a side that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said, how would you respond to like a liberal if a liberal approached you and said, hey, it's kind of hypocritical for these guys to, target Jimmy Kimmel show, and also as far as like the GOP using the FCC.
Yeah.
And, what would you say to a liberal if one approached you?
Because this is how I see the situation. I'll just answer generally.
Yeah.
In general, this whole idea of like Kimmel and being okay with it, and I'll put it like this: some are saying that that this is going after political enemies or going after people. I don't see it like that. I see it as making things fair. The ones who went after and did the injustice initially, at least in my mind, that's how I see it, is the Kimmels, the CNNs, that world that speaks out of both sides of their mouths about free speech and all that. That's how. So I see this as like a making things fair and making sure everybody's following the rules, kind of thing. Not a let's forget the rules and go after our enemies. That's not how I see what's happening. At least not so far.
There is an evil energy amongst the right wingers who want to shut people down and hate and attack and get people fired. There's like an evil energy about let's call Barnes and Noble on this girl who said, "Yeah, I don't care. I want the next one dead too." Like, this girl looks autistic to me.
Oh, I
shout
remember.
out. And calm down. Whatever. You expect bookstore people to be dumb liberals and malicious people. You expect Starbucks not to write Charlie Kirk on the cup.
Fair enough. And I feel you were about to say something.
Isn't that an evil energy, like to
totally
try
evil.
to pick a fight?
And that's why I was like, on what do you mean specifically? Like, because I don't see everybody doing the same thing. Some are crazier than others. But on that, if I may, this lady, you're speaking of this girl, she's like, oh, get the next one too. Yes, evil energy revenge being a motivator. It's creating evil energies. I see that too. Thoughts on this kind of different approach to the same concept I heard. I mean, the same conversation. It's not about going after them. It's about removing or isolating people that don't agree with the simple concept of murdered people over political reasons. Like, that shouldn't happen.
Right.
We should just isolate those people. It's not about going after them. Thoughts on that kind of approach to that
I'm with
concept?
that. I am with like what Bill Lockwood said on the Jason Lee Peterson show. You should ban them, or at least suspend them if they're calling for violence.
Right. That's just too far.
Yep.
This is unacceptable.
Yeah. Unless it's Crowder level calling for violence, where he's calling for self-defense type of and protect yourself. Because what I heard from the Crowder thing, somebody in JLP's chat falsely stated that he was calling for violence, or just kind of deceptively stated he was calling for violence. And I looked up the story, and no, he actually said lawful, defensive, ruthless violence.
That is so crazy how people characterize things.
Yeah. Lawful, ruthless, defensive violence. We are being hunted. I don't want to see any more dead friends, he said.
Who said that?
Steven Crowder on Competitors' Piers Morgan show.
Lawful defense.
Defensive.
Like, I mean, people have the craziest characterizations of what people are saying.
Yep.
I don't know. I see this sort of ping pong thing going on with the GOP and the libs. So it's interesting, but this isn't going to stop until we get our I was going to say Hitler, but until we get our dictator. But it's coming soon.
I blinked out. I didn't hear anything.
Nice.
You saying?
Trump is the right man for the situation. Honestly, he's handling this thing so perfectly. I really appreciate him, because he's telling the truth that most of the violence is from the left. Most of the radicalism is from the left. And he's setting an example of love, even when he said, I hate my enemies.
Yeah.
And don't wish the best for them. And it's good for America that Kimmel got shut down. And now I don't know what he's saying now that Kimmel's back. Maybe he's just going to ignore it. But shout out. He takes everything in stride, and he really wants peace in America and the world. And he has peace within himself, seems like, pretty clearly. I don't think anybody can deny that, honestly, and show any evidence of it.
Oh yeah, and I was thinking about the hate comments that he made. I mean,
I'm sorry, Erica.
In all honesty, though, boys, we got to be serious. I think he just said it plainly. He doesn't wish the best for his enemies. So it's there's some hatred in that heart, I think.
Should you wish the best for your enemies?
Yeah, I think you should love your enemies. So
yeah, but is love wishing the best?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if it is.
Suppose you,
You're not God to wish the best for anybody.
and then you end up dead.
What does that mean to wish the best for your enemies?
Right.
I think that's,
a good
I think
question.
that's a soft imitation Christianity. No offense to you, but I'm thinking
No, I
about
feel-
Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk, I could hear him saying, "I wish
Yeah.
the best for them," and that's Christian-y Christian stuff.
The way I take that is, the things that make me feel good, I wish them for you too. That's how I take that. Like,
Yeah, it's like liberalism.
which is silly and liberal, right? It's like, so having like money and being in a good position makes me feel good, and I wish that for my enemy, and then that my enemy uses that position to attack me and kill me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's totally worldly thinking.
Yeah, like JLP said, leave them. Let God's will be done. Your will be done.
I think that's one way of taking it. I think it's more of how I'm seeing it. It's like you just said, let God's will be done, not my will. So if I say, I wish the best for you, I wish God's will upon you. God's good. I'm not good. It takes Jesus to make me good by him dying on the cross. But me by myself, I'm no good. So when I say I wish the best for you, I wish God's will upon you. So.
But
That's
that's not;
kinda-
those two aren't the same thing.
What do you mean? Like, what were you talking about?
Wishing the best for somebody is different from saying wish God's will for you.
Oh, well, yeah, and you can say it like that. When you break down exactly what I'm saying, it's like, yeah, I wish the best for you. So it's like you could reconstruct the sentence, meaning you could say, I hope God's will be done for you. I hope God's will is done for you. However you want to construct that. But yeah, I think
You're from Memphis. You read vibes.
yeah.
You can read a hateful vibe, a malicious vibe. Did you sense a malicious, hateful vibe when Trump was saying?
He sort of seemed like he was, he was joking.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Because the way I take it,
You can't call that a hateful
when
heart.
Trump is talking
I
about
don't think.
enemies, he's talking about the people he's been talking about for a while. The people who hate him, which means you hate America, which means you don't want things to work well,
Yeah.
which means you don't want just peace. You don't want things normal.
Yeah.
So when he's talking about his enemies, he's talking about I just don't see an ounce in him that says like because he talks about like when people aren't acting that way against America, enemies, etc. He
Yeah.
wants them to do well. So when I hear that, there's no part of me that thinks like if he had the option before him to be able to like snap his fingers and make one of his enemies into a good person, like he would allow it. Like he wouldn't want to hurt people and keep them in hell out of. Like I just don't see that in him. Like if he had the option to help somebody and help them stop being an America hater, he would do it. Like he wouldn't just no, I hate them and I want them to go to hell. Like I just don't see him doing that.
I mean, I see what you mean, kind of based off his playful character.
Yeah.
But I still have to take it kind of face value, meaning like, okay, he's saying he doesn't wish the best for his enemies. I don't think.
That's
I
not
mean, you
face
could get
value,
in your
though.
thoughts and kind of say, okay, no, he means this because of the way he's saying it. It's like, well, he didn't say, that was a joke. I actually mean, I want the best for my
Right, that's my
enemies.
impression. I'm telling you my impression.
And so I don't think, and you also have to remember too, Jesus died for Trump as well. Jesus died for Trump's sins as well. Trump isn't 100% good. Nobody's 100% good except Christ. So, when he says these things, it's like we could get in our thoughts and say, okay, hey, he's saying it like this because Trump is this, nice guy, but it's like he's a world leader pretty much. He's and when you're in that position, you've got to be, you've got to move a certain way. You
I hear
can't.
you say.
Yeah.
Tell me what you guys think about this. Face value. I hear you put it this way. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking at him face value, and tell me if I'm misunderstanding this, but I almost think that's a wrong statement. No, because you're only taking him at one thing he said. That doesn't sound like face value. It sounds like you're ignoring a whole bunch. You've had the opportunity to see him operate and speak at length. It sounds like that's not at face value, and that's a little bit unfair. Am I looking at it wrong, guys?
Yeah, it's
What do you
kind
guys
of
think?
it seems like it might be taking words and sticking to the words rather than the whole overall context and spirit and everything, attitude that he had, and the big picture.
Yeah.
You guys would have to show me the big picture. I don't know if I'm seeing it. I mean, I'm
It's too
seeing
big
No
for
worries,
one
man.
moment.
No worries. Yeah,
No, but I
I think if anything, he's too naive and always trying to convince the media he's a nice guy and all that stuff,
Yeah.
inviting them in. And anyway,
Yeah.
we got. Speaking of Trump, since you brought him up,
nice.
let's move forward with this statue depicting Trump and Epstein holding hands, appearing at the National Mall. Is that in Washington,
What?
D.C.? DC News Now reports a statue depicting our greatest president, Donald J. Trump. That's my words for it, not theirs. And convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein placed along 3rd Street near the Capitol, which is to say that building that Congress occupies.
What the?
Also in the district, pop-up art is turning heads on the National Mall. It's a statue depicting the president and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, set up on the lawn near 3rd Street overnight. DC News Now's Marielle Carbone joining us live on the mall now. And Marielle, what are you learning about the people behind this?
Well, Annalisa, they're certainly out here trying to get people's attention. That's really the point of this. Now, this is not the first statue like this to pop up on the mall. In fact, the group behind it has popped up other ones like this going after the president. This specific one focusing in on that alleged relationship between the president and Epstein.
Not funny.
I'm on my way home, walking home from the doctor's office, and surprise!
At the National Mall, people stopping, staring, and snapping photos.
I think it's fantastic. I took some pictures. I'm sending them to my sister down in North Carolina.
The 12-foot-tall statue depicts the president
who you're
and
laughing
convicted
with.
sex offender Jeffrey Epstein holding hands, along with a plaque that reads, "In honor of Friendship Month, we celebrate the long-lasting bond between President Donald J. Trump and his closest friend, Jeffrey Epstein."
It's hilarious. It's entirely appropriate. Two of them are, bound at the hip.
Two other plaques include quotes from a birthday note allegedly written by the president to Epstein. The White House has denied the letter is legitimate.
The president did not write this letter. He did not sign this letter.
The pop-up comes nearly 2 weeks after the Senate voted 51-49 against a bill that would have forced the public release of case files related to the sex trafficking investigation into Epstein. Those files, dubbed the Epstein files.
I think there are probably a lot of people in it, and like all, devious stuff, whoever's in it, it should all come to light, either side.
I think it's something that people should
This
not
guy has no
forget.
idea what he's
Onlooker
talking
Joey
We
Poole
should,
calling the statue a reminder of what's at stake.
I think that we should hold our leaders accountable if they indeed are in there.
Right on.
I don't know what she's
And the
gonna
group
say.
responsible for the statues remaining anonymous. Annalise, it's unclear how long this will be here.
Yeah.
Reporting live from the National Mall, I'm Marielle Carbone at DC News Now.
That's hilarious. According, I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, according to NPR, this is from some group called the Secret Handshake. Yeah, it's from some group. I think it's a liberal group. They've done stuff like this before. It's from some group called the Secret Handshake, according to NPR. So yeah, they've done other things too.
And so to this day, the people excited by this are still saying stuff like, "Yeah, just release the list, both sides." Gotta get. They say ridiculous things that
Typical, and they all sounded and looked like typical, like liberal males
Yeah.
and
This
liberal
machine
females.
kills fascists. That guy's had helmet said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
How much do
That's
these?
DC swamp, the most dirtiest, perverted city that you can think of.
What pisses me off more, it's not that like, oh, this is like biting commentary and it's making me uncomfortable about someone I like. It's like, it's not even that good. Like they could,
Right.
you could
Friendship month.
and Epstein, like they're at the hip. Like it's all like conjecture and the tiniest bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Like they could, if you wanted to be hard on Trump, like you could go somewhere else. Like this is not that good is what I'm trying to say. Like this is not that good.
They should have done one where Trump is grabbing that gal. The gal who
That would've
said
been
that
better.
most people think rape is sexy.
Yeah, that would have been better.
That would have been funny.
What the heck?
That would have been crazy.
It would have been more hitting, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like this, it holds weight because the public is so dumb. Is how I take this.
Yeah.
and that's all the weight it has.
Right.
I mean, you guys know how I feel about the Epstein files. So this is kind of that's why I was.
You
laughing.
believe there's a list, for example. You
He's
believe
one
there's
of
a
those liberals.
Rolodex.
He's one of those DC liberals.
Y'all know I'm not a
There's a
liberal,
ro-
but
Ain't no-
y'all know I'm not. Yeah, it's
was,
just funny.
That was slander. From
Do you
me.
have a picture? Could you show the
What do you
picture
need?
Oh yeah.
of the
of
of
that?
the Trump and Epstein?
That that pose was something
Gotta put it
else.
in the chat.
Epstein Trump statue.
And they're like frolicking, like
They're like
It's,
frolicking.
NPR.
Oh,
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, they're like in the tulips, like tiptoeing through the tulips. Is terrible.
This is hilarious.
it's not really even really like nobody recognizes Epstein in that.
Yeah, I don't know who that is actually. Good.
And that's not even that good of a depiction of Trump.
That looks more like Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
And that looks
just bashing the
and that looks like that guy from what's that guy who
looks like Mr. No, I don't want to say that. He seems like a nice guy.
he looks like the True Detective guy.
Not McConaughey.
Yeah, McConaughey.
Oh yeah.
Kind of. I don't know.
Some Andrew Garfield crossed with Alec Baldwin Trump.
Terrible.
But anyways, look, you were gonna say, Derrick.
Yeah, I think it's just funny. You know, right after that congressional voting over the Epstein files, I think it's just funny that is there.
What was the vote with the Epstein file stuff?
I
What did
think it was
Congress
like
say?
51, 49. They voted against it. But,
Senate did?
I think it was a congressional. Well, the Senate, yeah.
Well, Senate would be 100, so I would assume that.
So yeah,
Congress is like 400 something people, I think.
however they voted, but
It's a cute attempt at a takedown, I guess.
But yeah, that was just crazy to me because it's like, yo, how much money did this take? Like, you know, they took time out of their day.
Yeah, is this bronze? Like, what is this?
Yeah, like I think this
I
is
wonder
bronze.
if it's paper mache and then they just sprayed a nice
it,
patina
kinda,
on it
to
because
put
it
it up
does
fast.
look. I don't know.
It
Is
looks
that real
heavy.
marble?
Yeah.
It could be lighter than it looks.
Like, this is insane. Like, all right, this is why. All right, this is one reason I guess I appreciate liberals, just because they just do extra artistic stuff like this. And
That's true.
It reflects in their music too. Their music's pretty good. So
Yeah.
and I remember you made that comment. I was like, yeah, that's so true. There are no good conservative artists out there. Like,
Yeah.
And all of them, they just like post up at Trump rallies and try to rap.
Right.
Like that guy. I don't know who that guy is, but he's got like tattoos and he always wears the MAGA hats. That white guy. He's kind of heavy set. I don't know who that guy is, but he's like at every Trump
Oh
rally.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bro, this song is not that good.
I don't want to
Aries
name
One
drop.
gave a super chat saying "sus statue." Yeah, I think it's projection. These people are. That guy sounded perverted, talking about how perverted
Yeah.
this stuff is.
At the hip, really at the hip. This is silly.
Yeah,
and
that was crazy.
I was talking about. Oh, can we skip down? Because I was talking about real PDF stuff. This is a little bit ugly, but real PDF stuff is like under 12. Like how,
Right.
like that George, whatever that guy's name was, Zinn, who allegedly
Right.
they found stuff on his phone of like
You
as
talking
young
about
as
that
5.
old guy who was yelling at the?
He's like,
at
I
the
shot
Kirk?
Charlie Kirk, or whatever he said, trying to provide cover. Real quick thinking, crazy
Right.
person. And they found stuff on his phone of like provocative, supposedly, I don't know how that could be provocative, of kids as young as 5. I'm like,
Wow.
that's real PDF stuff.
Yeah.
This Jeffrey Epstein stuff, 16, 17-year-olds, 18, 19, 25,
Well,
21.
That's not a joke. That's a fact.
The number keeps going up.
You know,
His first so-called
12,
victim.
15, 17.
no, that's the bad
His
one.
first so-called victim was 25. Okay, so show this
Yes.
clip from that gal, if you can find it. I think I have it. That gal, what's her name? Who wants to find the good in everyone? Dolly Parton, number 4 under me, and they're old.
Oh, it's old. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
JLP played it. I played it just the other day.
I
JLP
got
played it a couple weeks ago.
Young mothers.
Oh yeah, Miley Cyrus's grandma.
Is that true?
Godmother, right?
Oh.
Goddaughter.
I thought
This
that was
one-
her real grandma.
Not real life.
You were talking about this one, right? The birth one?
Yeah.
The baby one.
Yeah, because how young they married in the Appalachian Mountains. Appalachians.
Is it a myth that all young ladies from the mountains get married very young?
It is very true. In
It is
fact,
true.
I have known people to get married as young as 12 years old. My own
12?
mother. Uh-huh. Of course, that's the girls that mature earlier. And in my family, that did happen a lot. But my own mother married when she was 14. She started having babies when she was 15. She had her 12th one when she was 35 years old. And we have one set of twins, and my mother and daddy are still young and very healthy. And
that's great.
That's just a way of life in the country. Mama,
All right, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Mama, she could get pregnant just having Daddy explain the advantages of the pill to her.
What? Of the pill.
That accent gone?
Oh.
Is that accent like
The morning after pill?
Yeah, or birth control pill. You take a birth control pill. I mean, women get on birth control and just take the pill forever. I
not
hear.
very mature? That must be like a long gone accent or something, huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
Bill,
There's got to be some
she
appellations.
still got it.
Huh? Oh, she still got
has
it.
it.
Right?
Yeah, she still has it.
That's
She
right.
still
Has-
got it.
still has
Dolly
what?
Parton. She still got it. You heard it from Bill.
From Bill.
What does she still
Yep.
have?
The accent.
It, man.
Accent.
I can't say it on air, man.
Oh, my fault. No,
I'm talking about her accent.
Yeah. Bill, how,
Is she natural? Never mind.
You
How old
stopped,
were your
she is
parents?
natural,
you stopped
yeah.
yourself
Really?
quickly.
Yeah.
Bill.
Bill, how old were your parents when
Bill.
they got married?
Billy.
You're gonna show us a picture of Dolly Parton?
Were your parents married?
Debunk it.
No?
Bill.
All right, how old were the average adults, I guess? How old were they when they were getting married around your age? Or when you were a child, let's say that.
Oh man, I don't know.
You know?
I mean, there was
but
there
I
were
was
some
thinking it was kind of early
18-year-olds.
20s.
Early 20s, that's when?
Early 20s, 18.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't
used
know
to
about
think
18,
20
but early 20s, sometimes 18. You know.
18?
I used to think 22, 25 was a good age to get married. But yeah, I knew a couple who got married at like 18. They ended up divorced.
Yeah.
But I mean, people in general kind of end up divorced. Friends in general. But
It's true.
The best, most long-lasting marriages I've seen are those that got married young. This I hear from the right wing.
yeah, I hear that. It's true. I think it's true, probably.
Yeah, I think that's true.
But also the worst ones too. Because the best is top of the dung pile. Because everybody's messed up.
Fair enough.
The men are kind of simps and weak for the women. And then they joke about it like it's a joke.
That's right. You're not going to talk about my wife. No, you're not.
No, I'm addressing
Ted
you.
Cruz, right?
Like
Ted
you'll
Cruz.
be, she'll come up to me.
Trump posted
What-
a picture
what?
of his wife in the 2016 thing when he was fighting against Ted Cruz, and
Yeah.
then Ted Cruz's wife with the ugly face, and then Trump, and then Ted Cruz is all bitter. You don't make fun of my wife.
You leave her out of this. You leave her out of this.
I'm like,
no,
you simp.
I'm addressing you.
Oh, what was
You know
it?
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, should you come up with your wife? She says something to me, I'm like, yeah, let me speak to the man in the house. I'm not talking to her. I'm talking only to you.
Oh,
That's what
nice.
I'm saying.
If you're
I
a
agree.
salesman, you talk to the wife.
That's true.
I agree.
She's
I
the
hate-
sucker,
Well,
and she controls the purse.
yeah, I hate it when, well, hate is a strong word, but I am very passionate. I strongly dislike it when, women speak first, like, just with anything, pretty much, like,
If I
buying
go,
a car, parent-teacher conferences, and things like that. I'm
And
just
you
like,
see it on news shows
Right.
and TV and commercials and everything, where the
Yeah.
man's sitting there looking.
I
reticent.
noticed they'll address like at a restaurant, at a car dealership not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Where else? They'll address the woman I'm with
Yep.
before me.
That's disrespectful, I believe.
I'm like, we're here for my car. Isn't that obvious?
Exactly.
So anyway,
what were you saying?
No, please, I'm gone.
If I can get back to the point of that
Please.
story, was they were marrying at 12 if the young ladies were developed at a younger age, and they were just following nature, and because nature defines when you're a young woman, basically.
When was that video, in the 60s or 70s? When was that?
That would have been probably, I don't know when that was. That was Johnny Carson, the Johnny Carson show, a real late night host, as opposed to this Jimmy Kimmel mess. Johnny Carson was probably a liberal too for the time. Who knows?
I don't know. Who that
And
is.
then it was Dolly Parton and she was very young looking there. I mean, as a young lady
Yeah.
who's a singer,
Not that
famous
late.
country singer.
Not that young right there. I don't think.
I guess you're not. I guess you're right.
It might be the
70s?
70s, late 70s, something like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it
sort
was
of
the 80s,
plaid.
but in the late 70s.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
But you said
But
she
the-
still got it. Oops, sorry.
But they were married at 12, 13, 14, 15. First, her mother got married at 14, first kid at 15, 12th kid at 35. Parents still young and healthy and energetic. That just seems like we got brainwashed into this making 40-something-year-olds immature still. And Obama keeping adult offspring under their parents' insurance at 25, 26 years old.
Whoa, that's interesting. You know how the value of the dollar continues to weaken?
Yeah.
And with that being said, we could kind of correlate the economy, like a bad economy, with like older childlike adults, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Totally.
You know, because if I was able to move out at, 15 and be able to sustain my life, come on. You don't think I'd be, I'd have a more mature mindset?
Totally. Makes a lot of sense.
So it's like maybe we should bash these government officials or, whoever and tell them, hey, get it together so that I can grow up.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's funny, but you speak on something real. I mean, like, there's a weakening of society in like every facet. It's okay. Get the easy way out. Get the junk food. Don't do in every facet, everywhere.
They have these child labor laws, where I suppose I get that you don't necessarily want children going into the coal mining shaft just because they can, I guess, but it's like overboard.
Mm-hmm.
You work as a kid. You're supposed to.
Yeah.
No, it's overboard in every respect. It's
Yeah.
Be safe, no risk. and
Helicopter
everything.
parent government.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's probably pushed the age for everything normal well along. Owning, being independent, everything.
Yeah, when I think of older guys, like what Jesse say, he moved out at 18, and he was able to acquire a more mature mindset because of that.
Yeah.
When I hear stories like the Dolly Parton one talking about, these guys got married at 12. Well, the dollar was worth, way more than what it is today.
And Appalachia's always been poor, so-called.
Mm-hmm.
And they claim it's because of, people could argue, oh, it's because they're having all these kids young. Not necessarily. I don't think that, because the kids end up helping out on the farm, I say. And they help raise one another.
Whoa. But I was also thinking, though, this could be a thing of sort of practical fear playing, too, because it's like you could move out. I mean, in today's day and age, you could just move out and gain that or acquire that mindset, that adult-like mindset, if you just would take the risk and ignore the fear that's within. And that fear being, oh, I'm not going to have enough to pay for rent. But if you ignored that, you'd be able to mature. So maybe in a way this is spiritually a good thing, because people mature faster when the heat's under their butt.
It's kind of like, it was interesting listening to JLP and Bill Lockwood, of all people, admitting to taking welfare and their stories of, it's kind of hard to get off of the welfare because you got to refuse that check sooner or later.
That's true. Man.
I was listening to them too, thinking to myself, I just had thought to myself, wow, it hit me how it's just the weakening effect of it. Like, there's the average thinking of, well, you just need a little bit of it so you can get off later. It's going to help you along. And the other day I was looking at a package of hot dogs. And I was just like thinking about a mom who like, she could cook a good meal every night, but let me just take the easy way out. It's just hot dogs. It's okay. Microwave the hot. It's just have an easy have an easy night today. I'm thinking that mindset, have an easy night tomorrow. Like, the poison is that mindset, it's the mindset itself, not the thing.
True.
Oh, man, that's so true.
That's what I was thinking about when I was listening to them.
Dang, that makes me want to bash women more. They should start cooking.
Make sure that Derrick is loud enough. Some people were saying that he's a touch quiet.
Nice. But
usually he's too loud.
Yeah.
Not that he speaks too loud. Just, anyway.
Dang, that's terrible. That reminds me. Growing up off hot dogs, because I kind of grew up off hot dogs. Now I think it. Now that I think about it, bro,
Shout
that's
out.
disgusting.
What's wrong with hot dogs?
Goodness. I mean, just some of everything, you know, and it's terrible for the body. You know, I've got this holistic approach about everything now. So, ugh.
Speaking of terrible for the body and immature people,
I knew it. I love it when he does that. Let's go.
can we talk about these women, these immature women who worry their pretty little heads about public health and politics?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Taking the scarfing down Tylenol. I wonder if that's real, if they really are doing it, or if they're just making a show.
Oh, that's proof.
That's amusing if they're just making a show and not and then they spit it out after. It's setting a really bad example because people die from TikTok challenges, you know.
That's right.
But anyway, there's these pregnant women who, right, purportedly pregnant and purportedly women, who after our greatest president, Trump, and Bobby Kennedy Jr., RFK Jr., had this press conference in the Oval Office, I guess, announcing, and I was a little disappointed, I admit, that Tylenol is a risk factor in autism. Because I was hoping, like, they would go after something, like, really controversial, like the vaccines. And vaccines do not cause autism, to my knowledge. I don't know anything. Okay.
I think
Disclaimer.
you're good. You remember the earlier story? I think, you know, the COVID-19 talks and all that
Right.
other stuff. I think
I know.
we're good. I think we can start making those jokes, you guys.
But anyway, so I was hoping that it would be that. So I was really disappointed when it was Tylenol. Really? Okay, whatever. I'm a little disappointed, Trump. You kind of hyped this thing at Charlie's memorial.
Yeah, he did.
So anyway, here's these gals who are, just because Trump said don't do it, and all these doctors are like, well, actually, it's unproven.
It's crazy. Hold up.
She's extra pregnant. She needs to
Yeah,
sit
this
down.
Or is that really? Is that a real pregnant belly? I honestly liked Nick's assessment. It kind of crystallized what I think about it. Is Trump is all about the right to try.
Oh, oops.
Oops, he cranked me instead of the gal. Trump is all about the right to try and better safe than sorry type of thing. Let's find out, just in case, avoid it. And in general, they already advise, don't do this too much. But it wasn't really publicized, don't do this too much, that I knew of. I had never heard that Tylenol was this concern. Not that I have ever gotten any gal pregnant that I know of. I don't disclose anyway.
28 weeks pregnant.
28
You know
weeks.
what I'm going to take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's going to work like a charm.
For what?
And my baby won't have autism.
That one, like,
There's your proof.
Where's this
There's
one?
your
This one went all the way.
She's going all the way.
28 weeks pregnant.
That is a
You know what I'm
petty
gonna
gal.
Yeah.
Some
Right on.
Tylenol,
That
It's
child
gonna
don't-
work what? What's
Gonna work
she
like a
taking
charm.
for? Just to be petty?
And
How
my
many
baby
did
won't have autism.
How many did she
A
take?
mere headache,
Was that one?
maybe? My belly hurts a little bit.
Maybe she has a headache from listening to too much truth from our greatest president, Trump.
My shoulder hurts a tiny bit.
I mean, we have proof.
I'm
she
slightly
doesn't know.
discomfortable.
And honestly, this is so dumb because the Reddit bro in me wants to tell her, well, actually, just because you don't get it doesn't mean that statistically speaking, if every pregnant woman did that all pridefully, one of them is going to get a baby with a little bit of concerns or issues. And maybe even because of that.
Because of her
Right?
video. No, exactly.
Well, not because of her video, but because if everybody did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? She'll probably get away with it. Is that the real woman? Is that the
Oh, like
Olivia
her
something?
account?
Is that her?
I don't know. She doesn't look like a Krolzik.
Yeah, but who knows?
I don't know.
There are some.
No, I don't think so.
There are some Russian Asians, FYI.
But you're right about that.
But
She looks Asian.
Yeah. She actually looks
28 weeks
liberal
pregnant?
Asian.
Yeah, she does. She's got that liberal
Mildly
Asian look.
attractive.
Hey,
But I wonder
you
what
know,
her husband thinks about that.
I'm going to throw in here that I remember back in the 80s, some stuff was brought up about young people who are growing not taking painkillers.
Wow.
And it was, cause lower IQs or something like that. Growing brains taking
course.
painkillers, which are which stop nerves from transmitting their signals like they're supposed to. I remember some stuff like that. So maybe the pharmaceutical industry has just gotten rid of it. Gotten this information out of the public eye for a long time.
Oh, wait. So you said people who take.
We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant, says Tylenol, posts Tylenol in 2017 on Twitter, then Twitter at the time, I presume. Thank you for taking your time to voice your concerns today. 2017, during the first Trump administration, by the way. I don't know if... What was that in relation to? What was that response to?
This was responding to somebody, but that post is deleted, so I really don't know.
Okay.
And that was in response to a Tylenol ad about their about Tylenol.
Wow.
Fresh air may work wonders when it comes to headaches. Look, even in this 2017 ad, they're kind of saying,
hey, fresh air.
Just get, don't always reach for the Tylenol.
Yeah.
Just maybe try some fresh air.
It's kind of like drink responsibly, these beer companies saying, or alcohol.
Do you guys even take Tylenol?
No, personally. Like, I don't know.
On a rare occasion, I do.
Rare occasion,
yeah.
I can't remember the last time I took some.
I mean, from a holistic standpoint, and this is when I was deep in that vegan stuff, one of the doctors was telling me when your body starts to heat up and you get a fever, it's a way of the body kind of defending itself from a disease.
Yeah.
It's warming itself up. It's trying to kill off whatever bad cells are in the body, basically. So that's kind of been my whole thought process when I get a fever, or
Yeah,
I haven't got one in a while, but
a mild fever is good for it.
That's common sense.
Yeah,
yeah.
But sometimes the fever goes too far, or it's like an allergic reaction is actually meant to protect you, but it's going way overboard.
Yeah,
that's when Tylenol is the life-saving drug. Before Tylenol, I'm sure there were fevers that killed all sorts of people. And that's when Tylenol is the life-saving drug. It's like, the science backs it up. Don't be crazy.
Yeah.
But that's for a fever that's going to harm you. That's an interesting thing you bring up. Yeah. Is every fever going to kill us? I highly doubt. Is every headache going to kill us?
There's this doctor.
I would doubt it.
Dr. Ben Braddock. Never heard of him. Graduated Ben is his on X. As respiratory illness season cranks up, he posted today. Remember that Tylenol depletes glutathione. Glutathione. Yeah, thank you.
Call you Trump.
The most important antioxidant. Most important antioxidant for your liver and lungs, and can therefore worsen respiratory symptoms. Fevers under 103 Fahrenheit are generally a good thing for fighting infection. Lukewarm bath or damp rag is a good option, says he.
All right, right on.
On X. Now, I, of course, disclaim, I don't know, but
and
nice.
Who is that? Like some type of...
nice disclaimer.
Editor at large at I'm 1776. Just some guy.
By the way, fellas, we do have a couple calls.
So-called doctor.
Oh, we do? Right on.
Oh, yeah, and we have
look at the
8 minutes to go. My goodness.
Man, I think the best thing, though, it's kind of crazy that these women are weaponizing their bodies for some type of a political point.
Yeah, and they shouldn't even be worrying their pretty little heads about politics.
Yeah. And they want us to...
Or public health.
And after all this, they want us to think, hey, yes, ladies, of course you should be allowed to vote. You've obviously been showing us examples that you should be doing that.
I loved what Jermaine said, because you covered this story on American Anchor Baby.
Thank you.
And he's women are so rebellious.
Yeah.
Fact.
Which is to say, they don't think for themselves, because punks are rebellious.
Yes.
Punk rock.
Yeah.
But rebellious is beta, because you're being you're reacting, you're being controlled in the opposite way from the authority.
Yep.
From dad.
You're really a evil shock troop. You're evil, like a soldier, a little pawn for...
Rather than taking the dad's advice, Trump's advice, and taking it in and going your own way as you see with your own body and whatever.
Yeah.
And just rebelling.
Yeah, I was going to say what's crazy is this advice isn't even Trump's advice. I mean, he's saying it, but this comes from Harvard, Yale.
He's literally just trying to look out for people.
Yeah, this is like, I saw University of, I believe, Michigan, somebody else. This comes from, actual scientists, researchers, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. So these women are just, they're just ridiculous.
People who are like, their support of Trump is like, kind of brought the negativity. Like, so I gather that they may not even be fully there. Not that they're enemies, but I'm thinking of RFK, Dr. Oz. These aren't people. These aren't people that are like we're just like Trump sycophants or whatever.
Right.
I saw Dr. Oz. You know, they're like, okay, you know what? Let's. You know, this guy wants to deal with autism, and I do too.
It's literally raising awareness.
Yeah.
It's raised everybody's awareness. It's so funny how viral it is too.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I saw somebody bashing RFK for being hooked on. He was on some drug for 14 years. Was it? I don't know exactly what drug it was, but yeah, RFK. He was hooked on some drug, I guess, in the past. And some lady was bringing that to the light. I'm not listening to some guy who was hooked on. I think she said heroin for 14 years. I'm not listening to some guy who doesn't have a degree. She was bashing Trump. I was just like, yo, these women are crazy, yo. And I saw a lot of nursing majors because I follow a lot of nursing majors from school and stuff. They're just kind of like, yeah, I'm not listening to this idiot.
Wow.
I was like, y'all are crazy.
Yeah.
Can't trust nurses. Can't trust these.
And I heard that, speaking of nurses, I heard that there were nurses who were celebrating the Charlie Kirk killing. I heard.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, they were sipping wine that night.
So let's get to the calls because we got to wrap up in
For
5
real.
minutes.
What's up, Mimi? Out of Los Angeles. How you doing? You're on the air with the experts.
Hi, guys. I just called to say hi.
Hey, Mimi. Nice to hear from you.
Mimi.
Thank you. Punchie TV covers a lot. People don't know what they're missing.
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Wow.
Did you have some
We
Tylenol
just
today?
covered everything. I did not. I'm not a big pill person.
Based.
Nice. You don't trust Big Pharma?
Whoa. I trust Big
You
Pharma.
know, I just think that our bodies heal themselves for the most part. Like Nick was saying, like if you have this terrible fever that, you know, could cause death, yeah, take something. But if not, like, toughen up, little soldier. This is life.
Yeah.
Nice. And I guess, how do you feel about those women weaponizing their bodies for a political point?
Well, you know, it's funny because, you know, when I came on the show with JLP, I was, you know, that was the premise for the appearance, was to kind of talk about women and how are there other women that don't trust them. We didn't really get to it. I mean, we did. We touched on it. But because it was on the backdrop of what was going on with Charlie Kirk, I think that's in the hearts and minds of everyone still. But, yeah, women are a mess. And it's so funny because women can justify everything. They can explain everything. They're wordy. And so you spend a lot of time going, what? And then before you know it, you've accepted a whole bunch of things that you didn't even know, you know, you would accept. So, yeah, no, I think that we are just in a place where everyone is just doing what feels good. And I think that is a very dangerous place to be, even just with, you know, our what we call news media today. You know, I've had to think about, like, when my grandfather would watch news, it was a serious time in the house. You know what I mean? Everybody better be quiet. That, you know, don't make a bunch of sound. He's watching the news, and I think that that's just because he understood, and I think journalists understood just how important it was to be feeding people or to be delivering to people information. And I think that now we just don't have that kind of reverence to information. We just are like, yeah, you know, this is what I heard. That's not news. That's gossip.
Yeah,
indeed.
So true.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's different. I think it's a different time.
Nice. I think, what were you going to say? Yeah.
Somebody in my chat, I believe, said that women or minorities were like the primary audience or a primary audience, a major audience of Charlie Kirk, and that included you, Mimi.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I certainly was a fan of Charlie Kirk. I can appreciate the form of debate, and I think that it's a great opportunity to see something that you wouldn't see, because there's kind of an unspoken rules of engagement that at one point was followed. You go back to, you know, the Romans and the Greeks. I mean, it was an engagement. It was in a way, it was an art form, you know, being able to debate and to present, you know, your side. And it's just the rules of engagement are just not there anymore. It's almost like things that were unspoken everyone was like, well, that's unspoken. I don't have to follow that. Let me just do whatever I want.
Wow.
So,
and now you got to write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And if
Like,
you don't, they're like,
really
I don't
make
see it
a
written
law.
down.
Exactly.
That's so true.
That is so true.
That is so true.
Yeah, like it has to like literally be in writing. Otherwise, people are just not going to do it. And it's like, wait, what? That's not even like I was saying on Fellowship with the modicum of civility. Like there's just to be like you don't even have to have a lot, but just a little bit will go a long way.
Facts.
And I think we just don't really take a lot of things seriously anymore. We say that we do. We pretend that we do. Women cry when they want to, pretend that they're being serious. But we just don't take a lot of things seriously anymore, in my opinion.
We got to wrap it up. Thank you, Mimi. Appreciate it.
That was awesome, guys. Well, yeah, I got to tune into Punchie TV. I'm missing a lot of stuff.
Nice.
Right on, Mimi.
Take care.
Take
All right, have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
Let's try to squeeze in Mr.
Squeeze it, Mr.
Pink. Right?
Pink.
I feel
How
bad.
you doing, SF? On the air with us.
Hey, it's Will.
What's going on? Hey, Derrick, Nick, the crew.
What's going on?
Hey, yeah, I know y'all got to wrap it up. So, I mean, I was really calling just to say that I noticed. Don't know if you saw the breaking news. But it does look like, and it's a developing story. Not exactly what it's going to be for. Who knows? Some people say lying to Congress, but looks like James Comey is going to be indicted soon.
I heard that on Truth. I saw a push notification from Truth Social. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget what he's going to get indicted for, but
this is the.
It's probably going to be perjury. It's probably going to have to do with the Russia stuff, I would imagine. And this is going to be probably one of the first dominoes to fall with all of this. So yeah, because apparently a top prosecutor got let go by the DOJ like a few months ago that was like against indicting him. So I guess some things are out of the way, but he's I mean, we all know that he lied about this, that, and the other. It's obvious,
I forget.
And who will ever forget the? There's no reasonable prosecutor would bring this case against Hillary.
Yeah, that didn't even make
we
any
all
sense.
remember that.
That was all politics that he didn't. It was pure politics that he didn't indict her, and it was pure politics why Trump didn't.
It was right before the 2016 election. He was just like, "Oh, it's fine. She's fine.
Yeah,
don't worry about that."
That must have been kind of frustrating for the decent feds, because there are decent feds. Shout out, we love feds. Who wanted to put together a case against her.
Yeah, but that could get the ball rolling because he lied about that. That could get the ball rolling on the whole emails thing with her, and all the stuff they made up about the Christopher Wray documents. But we'll see.
Nice.
It's encouraging news. I'll just say that.
Sweet. Well, thank you for the tip on that. That's cool.
All right, fellas. Well, y'all have a good rest of the show, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Sweet.
See you
Take
soon,
care.
man. Have a good one.
All right. Peace, brothers.
Bye. We are overtime. My bag.
A little bit of OT. A little bit of OT.
Thank you guys for the support. This has been Punchie TV. Geesco says Hake is louder on this show. Nice. I don't know. Sweet. Usually I'm quiet, maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Last
Bill.
words, anybody?
Bill, freestyle.
Anybody, any last questions?
Freestyle. Sing us out. Here we go. Where's the season at?
Whatever.
He has no seasoning.
Whatever.
Are you black? Black people supposed to rap.
He's so black that he is non-participatory in your mess, in your entertainment.
All right. Well.
So, how do we end this?
Like this.
Put him on mic.
We could go to. Dang, that's funny. We are funny.
I thought that was.